high school basketball. There are 4 state championship games at the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland. 2 of those games involve teams from South Portland.
All right, here we go. The girls beat Gorham. Final score is 50-37 last Saturday to win the AA South Regional title. And the boys beat Bonny Eagle 49-34. 2 more plaques in the trophy case at South Portland High School. Look at all the smiles on the faces of both teams right there. And there are the 2 plaques right there.
And joining us this morning to talk about the possibility of a two-fer when it comes to state titles and SOPO are the head coaches. Brianne Maloney leads the girls team and Kevin Millington the boys. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
This is so exciting. So talk about how it is having both teams in the state title game. How exciting is that for you?
It's awesome. The support from the boys team, and then the girls to be able to support the boys team. Last week we got to play back-to-back, and we get to do it again this week.
And how about you?
Yeah, it's really special. We've been close so many years to have us both going, and so it sometimes ends in a little bit of disappointment where one's losing in a regional championship and one's winning. So it's really special, and you know that we're going to have our whole town there. So
yeah. First of all, before we talk about tomorrow, let's talk about the excitement of course, winning in the regional championship games. On Saturday, and first of all, I got a chance to go to the games. I took this picture right here. I was at the game and took this photo right after the awards ceremony. This is of the girls winning, and it's so awesome seeing the fans in the background. Look at the smiles on their faces. I mean, what a Saturday night for the team, for the school, and for the community, huh?
Yeah, it was a great moment for everyone, especially those girls. They've worked so hard all year, and to have their fans and student section behind them is definitely a great picture.
All right, and Coach Millington, your team has been there for not too long ago. Tell us about how excited you are, though, to be back.
yeah, I mean, last year we lost in the quarterfinals when we had won the previous 2 titles. So I don't take it for granted because it really stung last year. So being able to get back this year, it seems like this is a place we belong. So
yeah, the Red Riots had a close game, only winning by like 3 at halftime, but you guys came back and had this big 19-3 run against Bonny Eagle. Talk about that great run. I mean, at halftime I was going, man, this Cinderella story of Bonny Eagle, because they knocked off the top seed Thornton Academy, and then you guys having such a close game, you just blew them out in the 3rd quarter.
yeah, I mean, Bonny Eagle had 2 players that no one else in the state has. They had 2 kids 6'9" or taller.
They look like 7'7".
Yeah, they felt like it. So we knew we had to put some pressure on them, and we didn't really put that pressure on them in the first half. So we just said, let's come out and put a lot more pressure on them, and obviously we had some success and got some turnovers and scored some points.
Let's talk about the celebrations on Saturday, and then at what point do you kind of just say, okay, now we're looking ahead to the next game?
For me, pretty quickly. It's just kind of my personality. As soon as the buzzer went off and we knew that we had won the game, I turned to my assistant coaches and I said, we're saving the hugs for next Saturday. And my mentality went right to the upcoming game that we have, and started just kind of mentally preparing for it.
Yeah, Wyndham won the state title last season for the boys. Same thing. I mean, you guys had to turn. I mean, you celebrate on Saturday night, maybe a little bit Sunday, but once Monday comes around, you guys ready to go, right?
Yeah, some of our guys were there a couple years ago, so it was a pretty quick turnaround. We celebrated that night, but it's all business this week.
What do you think it's going to take for your team to win?
Keep doing the same things we've been doing all year, staying focused, composed, and I mean, they put a lot of work into their defense. They take a lot of pride in that, and that's hard work. That's not something that you're just like given. So I appreciate all the hard work they've put in, and if they do that Saturday, then hopefully we'll get a good win.
Not an easy opponent. You're playing Cheverus. I saw the head coach Billy Goodman on the way out, and he goes, "What'd you think, South Portland? They look pretty good." And he goes, "Yep, we'll be practicing hard this week for him." So that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, we're excited for it. It'll definitely be a good game, and we hope to have a good crowd there.
And how about you? What strengths do you feel like your team has?
We work really, really hard. I mean, I think the kids really get after it in the games, so that always gives us a chance. We have a really tough opponent as well in Wyndham, so we're gonna have to really play our best game.
Here's the things that people forget about. They see at the games, on Tuesdays, Friday nights, whenever the nights are, Saturday night in this case, they forget the fact that you play summer leagues. You do the weightlifting, you're doing conditioning, and then the practices during the season. I mean, talk about this is a grind for not just the players but the coaches as well.
Yeah, it's a long season. I've lived it as a player, but now as a coach, there's a lot of sleepless nights that I've learned are ahead. Millington, I think after one of our first losses, asked me the next morning, how did you sleep? I said, not well. So yeah, it's a long season, and we try to get them in the gym as much as possible. I offer some morning sessions for them and really just try to give them as much opportunity as I can.
Yeah, and the same thing, especially have to work on your voice, right? Don't you get hoarse after a while, yelling and screaming?
Yeah, well, I'm a teacher, so I lose my voice in September every year, and then I lose it again in the beginning of November, and then it sort of comes back. But yeah, you kind of. But yeah, I mean, it is a grind, like she said, and you know, some of these guys, we have 7 seniors, so it's been a grind for them. I mean, I've known these kids since they were in 3rd or 4th grade, and they've been just compassionate about basketball. So you know, they're sort of used to this. This is how it is, and most of these kids are going to start playing on Monday in AAU and stuff like that. So.
You mentioned, you know, the whole town essentially is going to be there for the games. What are you looking forward to as far as sort of the energy, and how big of a role does that play, you know, when you're on the court?
Yeah, our girls feed off of the crowd, and we have a really great bench this year. Credit to a lot of our underclassmen, freshmen and sophomore, who have been cheering on their teammates all year. They have high energy on the bench, and to know that they have fans and family and staff who are rallying behind them. We're going to celebrate today with a little pep rally to get the momentum going. So it's definitely a lot. It's good vibes.
And same thing on Saturday. I mean, not only South Portland going for a couple of state titles, Caribou has 2 teams as well. So I thought this was like kind of unique, but Saturday we got 2 different communities that are trying to win state titles in both boys and girls.
Yeah, it's going to be electric, and I don't know. I used to coach and teach at Wyndham. I still teach at Wyndham. And I know that they're going to make it feel like there's 2 towns there, because they'll fill up one side of the building. So having one side be all of South Portland and what will feel like the other side being all of Wyndham it'll be a pretty loud atmosphere.
It's going to be electric.
Yeah.
All right, remind us again of the times.
The girls play at 6.
And 7:45 for the boys.
All right, good luck.
Yeah, so if you teach at Wyndham, you better win.
It's going to be a weird Monday.
Yeah.
They're going to
one way or another.
They're going to give you a
Either
hard
way,
time.
Yeah, they have been. So.
All right, good luck again.
Oh, talking smack, huh? They are. Oh, there you go.